With the sheer avalanche of new EDC gear released this year, I'm curious, what is your favorite EDC flashlight that's been released this year? How's it going, everybody? I'm Rollshambo, the connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny. And let me know in the comments section down below, what's your favorite EDC torch? While you're down there, if you could, go ahead and smack up that like button if you like knife and EDC content. And I'm going to focus on the second part of that today because we're not talking about knives. We're talking about a new offering from Wuben, a company that is specializing in doing flashlights differently. And I'm excited about it because if you didn't know, I'm a fan of tech and knives and EDC that's done differently. Today we're going to be checking out an overbuilt, possibly the most overbuilt EDC flashlight that I have featured on this channel so far. Let's go ahead and check out the Wuben X2 Titanium. Let's go.
This is Sparta!
Welcome in, everybody. I'm excited today because I get to check out a new EDC torch, a new EDC flashlight. And that's exciting because it's been a year of rabbit holes for me, and flashlights have definitely sent me into a brand new one. Also, this is one that I've wanted to check out for a while. This is the Wuben X2, and it's been out for about 7 or 8 months, and it's really, really cool. We're going to start off with the unboxing, and let me show you how this is done. Full disclaimer, I have already taken this out of the package before, but I reassembled everything because the unboxing is so cool. It has this magnetic clasp, and it just kind of opens up like a set of double doors, and you're greeted first by this manual packet. I highly suggest reading this. I'll take a couple screenshots of what's inside here because it actually does contain some good information, despite the fact that I am your typical guy who likes to pull stuff out of packaging, throw away the instructions, and then ask questions later. Hit the like button if that's you. We're going to put this to the side for now. After you get into it, you have the flashlight. You have this lanyard, which is not just a lanyard. And I don't know about you, but typically when gear comes with lanyards, it usually ends up in the trash right next to the manual. However, in this case, do not do that because it's not just any lanyard. This lanyard is actually a charging cable. Now that is what I'm talking about. Yes, I am 100% all for useful lanyards, and this one is in fact useful. It's really cool. I know some people are going to miss that in their frenzy to get to the light, so I just wanted to point that out. Do not throw away your lanyard. It is definitely something that you're going to want to hang on to. You also get this red soft box, and it might just look like a protective lens cap, and you could definitely use it in that manner, but if you attach this to the light, you can give your light a nice soft red glow if that's something that you're interested in, or you could just use it as a protective cap. Whatever floats your boat. And then we saved the best for last. In this soft plastic case, you get the Wuben X2. Now, the original Wuben X2 was an aluminum version. This is the titanium gray version, and there are some differences aside from the materials that this is made out of. And this is a great opportunity to go ahead and check out the specs on the Wuben X2. Like most modern EDC flashlights, the Wuben X2 actually comes in about 4 or 5 different modes. You get a low mode, which starts off at 5 lumens, a medium, which is 100 lumens, high is 400 lumens, and then turbo is going to go as high as 2500 lumens, depending upon which battery your X2 has. They have either the Osram P9 or the Samsung battery. Now the Samsung battery is the one that you're going to find in the titanium variant. So if the material of the body is important to you and you want titanium instead of aluminum, the trade-off is that you actually do get less overall power output, as The Osram P9 variants have a max of 2,500 lumens and 5,300 candela, whereas the Samsung variants are going to give you a max of 4,100 candelas and 1,800 lumens. This light also comes with a strobe mode and an SOS mode, which I think is highly useful. On high, medium, and low, the maxes are all the same regardless of whichever battery that you have. On high, it'll last for about 2.5 hours. On medium, about 10 hours. Low will give you 80 hours of runtime. That is absolutely fantastic. I should also mention that the Wuben X2 is IP68 certified, which means that it's going to withstand a meter of drop and under 2 meters of water for up to an hour. That's pretty freaking cool. It's also equipped with a 2,000 milliamp hour battery. Whether it's the Osram or the Samsung, it's still a 2,000 milliamp battery. Let's talk a little bit about the features. Now, I already mentioned that this is in fact IP68 certified, but did you know that this flap right here is not just a button, it also is magnetic and it hides the charging port. It charges with USB-C, so that means that if you have a phone that uses USB-C like most people here in 2023, you can actually charge this with the same charger that your phone uses. I think that that's pretty great. When you get this out of the box, it'll immediately be in lockout mode. Lockout mode is a feature that I 100% support because there's nothing worse than going about your day and then all of a sudden having your pocket heat up because your flashlight decided to go into turbo mode while you were on a coffee date. To get it out of lockout mode, you're going to press the button 4 times. That will immediately put it into low. And then it also has a very easy to use interface. You press and hold and it'll cycle through low, medium, and high. And if that's not good enough for you, if you don't like the regular settings for low, medium, and high, you can actually program this to higher amounts or lower amounts for your low, medium, and high. Turbo mode is still a double click and that will always be the max. So if you have the Osram P9, that'll be a max of 2,500 lumens. And if you have a Wuben X2 that has the Samsung battery, that'll be 1,800 lumens. Turbo is, well, it's turbo, and you can definitely feel the heat coming off of those 3 LEDs. It also has this lanyard hole right here, which is going to be useful if you decide that you want to actually use the provided lanyard to hang it around your neck or to hang it on your camping gear, whatever the case may be. Let's talk a bit about the pocket clip. So this is not quite a deep carry clip, but it will actually fit in the 5th pocket of your jeans. It's a very robust clip. However, it does have some give to it, which is also going to allow you to clip this to your belt. You can clip it to your camping gear. And if you do decide to take this camping, you can use the other 2 modes that come in this. It's not just low, medium, and high. If you do a triple click once, it will go into strobe mode, triple click again, and it'll flash in SOS mode. That could be life-saving in a situation where you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and you need to grab some attention or let something know in the sky that you are in fact in trouble. Now, it does not have a magnetic end cap, which I do kind of wish that it did. However, that is something that I can live with since this is going to be staying in my pocket as an EDC option. I did mention that you can program this, but I haven't quite told you yet how. Let's go ahead and check that out. When you want to program it, it's actually not too terribly difficult. You want to first go to whatever mode you want to program, and then you're going to double click, and you're going to hold on that second click. So click, click, hold, and you'll notice that it'll go, and it'll get brighter and brighter and brighter, and then it'll reset, and then it'll brighter and brighter and brighter. So if you're like me and you want to max it out, just wait till it gets to the very tippy top and then release. When you release, it's going to save it. That is very important. And then when you want to go to the next mode to program, you just press and hold, and then you double click and hold on the second click. You'll see it reset itself, and just wait till it gets to the end and release. And you can do that, and it provides quite the punch when you program this light to its max settings. That is fantastic. You cannot program turbo, but you can in fact reset this to factory settings. I should have the instructions pop up on the screen, but they will be included in the user manual if you decide to buy this. Speaking of whether or not you decide to buy this torch, there's going to be a trade-off here. If you want the super premium titanium versions, it comes at a cost. At the low end for this plain titanium version, you will pay $248. However, if you're okay with aluminum, not only can you get a more powerful battery that gives you a more powerful turbo mode, higher candela, and higher range, you can get it for as low as $99. The good news is that I do have a discount code for Wuben. It's a 20% discount code, and it's REDC20. So even though this is $250, you can automatically take 20% off if you decide to use my discount code. Full disclosure, that is an affiliate code. It's an affiliate link. So if you use it, I do get a little bit of a kickback. You don't have to, but it helps out the channel when you do. So here's my final thoughts on the Wuben X2. I love that this is an overbuilt EDC flashlight because I'm also a fan of overbuilt EDC knives. I like feeling something solid in the hands. I like the innovation when it comes to being able to program the different modes. I like the fact that it comes with not just a strobe light, but also an SOS mode. And also I like that they've thought about how people are going to use this. If you're going to take it camping, you can clip it onto your camping gear. You can put it on your belt. You can put it on your backpack. That's great. And you can also put it in your fifth pocket, which is in fact how I've been carrying this light. In the last week that I've had this in my possession, it's just been such a great addition to my everyday carry, and it's been really hard to take out of my pocket at the end of the day because I really enjoy that it's there. I enjoy products that are different, but also products that push the envelope of what's possible and what is sensible. And despite how this might look, even though this is a chunky, heavy torch, it is in fact sensible because it covers all the bases and it checks all the boxes. But I'm curious to see what you have to say. Have you heard of the Wuben X2? Do you currently have one? Are you planning on buying one? If not, why not? And if you want to watch more awesome knife and EDC content, make sure to click on one of the videos that pops up next.